I just want to say, this is very creative for an SCP, you know? Usually, like, the SCPs that I've covered, or I've watched actually, are usually like monsters, right? Like, oh, this monster, ugly monster, blah blah blah. Like, alright, this one's a little different than usual SCP animation. This one's just logs. This one's a SCP-1628 storage tunnel number 1812 Euclid autonomous structure SCP. Yeah, that's a lot of words. This one's by Volgun, TheVolgun. Right? Alright, let's start. Yeah, this is more like a log kind of thing. And I heard it's more accurate than the animations one.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Dr. Miller, and the SCP we're going to be looking at today is SCP-1628. Object Class: Euclid. Special containment procedures. Too. Area 1628 has been set up to contain SCP-1628.
Real quick, like for object classes, all I know is safe, Euclid, Keter. Is there more than that? I feel like there's more than that, right? Because Keter is like end of the world kind of scenario, right? And you know, I don't know. I'm gonna do a little bit of research, more research on that. I wanna hit like the roots first. Like I wanna learn about the roots, like the object class, the groups of like, you know, the different kinds of groups like that. Like SCP Foundation, the global occult kind of thing, and like what else? Maybe like knowing like the 05 councils and stuff like that. So yeah, I need to learn more about those.
28's entrance, constructed under the pretense of a Foundation front company.
So is
entry to SCP-1628 is permitted only during its active phase, and is limited to personnel on exploratory expeditions. Communication with the beings within SCP-1628 has shown that they are hostile only when provoked, and as such, personnel are reminded to move with SCP-1628's scheduled activity until it reaches an inactive state. In the event of a containment breach, either by SCP-1628 entities or outside forces, the entrance is to be collapsed via detonation of pre-placed explosives. No excavation is to be attempted within 130 days of the last known SCP-1628 activity. In the event that excavation of SCP-1628 becomes unfeasible, it is to be declared neutralized and the containment procedures revised. Description: SCP-1628 is a life-sized model of Washington, D.C., as it appeared at an unknown time. It is not to scale, with many historically significant buildings clustered in the center and most other structures being painted wooden blocks. The reproductions of historically significant structures, such as the White House or Capitol building, are constructed from brass. The entrance to SCP-1628 is located in an abandoned salt mine, approximately 400 meters below ground, with subjects entering a storage tunnel emerging from the reproduction of the Washington Monument. SCP-1628 appears to be in perpetual night, possibly due to its location. As of 11/15/1998, no astronomical bodies have been observed within SCP-1628. The previous sentence...
I feel like I've done this before. Like 1628. Give me a sec. SCP-1628. Is that the... Is this on London? 1628? I'm not really sure. Give me a sec. 28. I don't think this is on London, right? Life-size model Washington, D.C. as it appeared. Oh, wait, what? Washington, D.C. Oh, it says something about the White House earlier, huh? Scale with many historical significance building. Okay. So it's a tunnel full of historical building? Okay.
Was stricken from the document. See Incident 1628-3. Entities living within SCP-1628 are brass and iron humanoids, numbering at 123, previously
They're
135. There appear to be only 9, previously 10 individual models for these humanoids, set in exactly 11, previously 12 sets.
Are
These
they like
humanoids
robotic?
are capable of communicating with outside subjects while
Or
in an
just straight
active
brass?
state, but will primarily speak in preset phrases, with communication not fitting these phrases being ignored.
Okay.
Only 4 entities have unique appearances, being the reproductions of historical figures, Andrew Jackson, James Madison, Dolly Madison, and Lord Liverpool. In addition, 10 figures wearing period-appropriate British Army garb will briefly appear while SCP-1628 is active. Similarity in construction between SCP-1628 instances and SCP-2776's endoskeleton has been noted, with research into shared origin ongoing. Once every 12 hours, all entities within SCP-1628 will activate and begin moving through a set of activities roughly following the events of the sacking of Washington, D.C. during the War of 1812. This active phase lasts for 4 hours, followed by the 12-hour cooldown phase. The timeline for SCP-1628's active phase is as follows: 0 to 1 hour.
I just want to say, this is very creative for an SCP, you know? Usually, like, the SCPs that I've covered, or I've watched actually, are usually like monsters, right? Like, oh, this monster, ugly monster, blah, blah, blah. Like, I feel like stuff like this, like locations, like items, instead of actual creature, just feels more creative. Whoever made the SCP-1628, good job.
All entities within SCP-1628 activate, begin moving around the area randomly. Entities will communicate with outside subjects, indicating a suspicion that they will be attacked by the British if General Jackson is unable to stop them.
See?
1 to 2 hours.
There's like a whole
Entity
war
resembling
inside of
Andrew
this tunnel.
Jackson will appear from a hatch somewhere within SCP-1628 and will claim that an attack by the British Army is imminent. Approximately 10 entities will volunteer to defend SCP-1628. 2 to 3 hours. Entity resembling James Madison will emerge from the White House reproduction and begin directing the construction of battlements within SCP-1628. Dolly Madison will also emerge carrying an empty picture frame. The James Madison facsimile will communicate with outside subjects. However, the Dolly Madison has only been noted to wander SCP-1628 aimlessly. 3 to 4 hours. Figures representing British Army and Lord Liverpool emerge from a building in the western portion of SCP-1628. Entities will briefly engage the 11 figures who volunteered to defend SCP-1628, resulting in the British victory. Lighting within SCP-1628 will turn red, with vocalizations from the figures revealing that this is supposed to be representing a fire. Following this, a brass funnel will emerge from the center of SCP-1628, and all lights will deactivate. This is considered to be the end of SCP-1628's active phase. Discovery. SCP-1628 was discovered following the sale of salt mine to new owners.
Oh, that was dope. I like how he like did that, because you know, if you're on the website of like the SCP website, some stuff to like make it more immersive, they censor it, you know, like that, like, you know, I like how like disrupt, you know. Yeah, that was good.
Miners reported hearing the sound of gunfire coming from an abandoned service tunnel, which resulted in the discovery of SCP-1628's anomalous properties. Foundation personnel were able to intervene before the story achieved a significant amount of notice. Airborne amnestics were deployed over the area SCP-1628 was discovered in, as well as the application of Class A amnestics to direct witnesses. As of 9/18/1981, SCP-1628 has been contained and classified as Euclid. Incident 1628-1. During SCP-1628's inactive phase, several agents were deployed in an exploratory mission. During this mission, one of the SCP-1628 entities attempted to communicate with the agents. Entity attempted to tell them to be quieter, or else it would come down to them. Entity did not specify what it referred to and refused to respond to further questions. Following this, the entity and all those alike to it were removed from SCP-1628 by unknown force. Recording device added to standard equipment list for SCP-1628 explorations. Incident 1628-2. On 11/28/1999, a large circular object dropped into the middle of SCP-1628. No entity within SCP-1628 acknowledged it directly. However, due to the destruction of the White House replica, the James and Dolly Madison entities did not appear. Entities within SCP-1628 still acted as though it were commanding them to build battlements. In addition, the following vocalization was produced by the Andrew Jackson entity.
Do I have an animation for this one?
We need orders. The British have advanced past the Potomac and will march on the city at any moment. Sir, I believe that you are quiet because the situation is grim. Dolly must be very worried. Go, Jara. I can man the battlements myself.
Incident 1628-3. On 11/30/1999, a dark mass was seen to appear in the sky above SCP-1628 during its active state.
Animation for this
The mass was seen to stay in the same spot for the duration of the active phase. Entities within SCP-1628 did not directly acknowledge it. However, several previously unheard vocalizations referring to inclement weather were heard. Following the completion of the active phase, a large appendage was seen to emerge from this mass and remove the object which had appeared during Incident 1628-2.
Yeah, this one
during SCP-1628's next active phase, all damages caused during Incident 1628-2 had been repaired. This concludes today's lecture.
I guess
Thank you for listening, if indeed you still are, and you are all dismissed. Goodbye.
Thank you, Dr. Miller. But yeah, that one's a little... But yeah, that one's more a little bit more interesting than normal. Because, 1628, so it's a tunnel where you go, like, if you go in or you dig through, there's a bunch of, like, I guess historical buildings and stuff like that. And creatures are made out of bronze, stones. I don't remember. But yeah, actually, like, it's like a war simulator in that little storage tunnel. Okay. Yeah, that was my first TheVolgun video, which is interesting actually. I like that. But yeah, that was SCP-1628 by TheVolgun. The link's gonna be on the description if you want to watch it. And I might do more. I'm actually gonna do more stuff like this. Watch more like vlogs kind of thing, because I heard that some animations, like SCP animations, are not very accurate to the source material. Usually they just like create their own kind of thing. So I want to know like the original SCP kind of thing, like the original descriptions of SCP and stuff like that. Because I don't like, it's cool. I think I'm still gonna watch. I'm still gonna watch like the animations, because the animations are like fun to watch and stuff like that. I don't know how accurate it is, the animation ones, but it's also it's easier to watch and entertaining also. But yeah, that was TheVolgun. Alright.